And tonight, voters in Virginia and New York City will hear from candidates in two local races with potential national implications. In Virginia, the debate is currently underway for the state's attorney general. Democratic nominee Jay Jones is facing off with Republican incumbent Jason Miyares. It comes as Jones does face ongoing criticism for leaked text messages from 2022 in which he openly talked about violence directed toward the former Virginia House Speaker. Now, those texts could also potentially affect Virginia's gubernatorial race as Democrat Abigail Spanberger refuses to denounce Jones. And here in New York City, Democratic mayoral frontrunner Zohran Mamdani will face former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who is running as an independent. Also on stage there, Republican nominee Curtis Sliwa. That debate begins at 7 p.m. Eastern. To talk about all this, CBS News Executive Director of White House and Politics, Gómez, joins us now. A treat to have you here in the city
good to be
from
here
D.C.
with you on the set, Nancy.
It's a special occasion because I know you're in town because of this mayoral debate.
Right.
Let's start there. So Mamdani right now has double-digit leads in nearly every poll we're seeing right now. What do Cuomo and Sliwa have to prove tonight?
What they have to prove and what I expect will happen to try to narrow that lead is a lot of incoming from those two contenders to the Democratic frontrunner, to the frontrunner in this race, Zohran Mamdani. So I think what we have seen in recent days and what we are hearing is that I think the targets, his policies, including his positions on Palestine, on the Middle East, he was on Fox News yesterday and got a lot of attention for progressive. They were very supportive of him being on Fox News, sort of challenged the president. But at the same time, he also apologized for previous comments that he made about the NYPD, calling them corrupt, and they should called for defunding the police. I suspect that that's going to be something that we will see tonight, hits on that from those two contenders.
So the ramifications from this election, though, they go far beyond the borders of New York City. Why does this have national implications?
Yeah, I get this a lot. Like, why should
I care
in Topeka about what's happening in New York? First, this is the biggest city in the country, as you know, and following last year's emphatic win by Donald Trump and Republicans, the big question amongst the Democrats in the last almost year has been, how do we come out of the wilderness? How do we come back? And how do we win again? And I think there's been this big divide within the party. Should we go progressive? Should we go moderate, centrist? And you're seeing that in that sort of contrast between Mamdani and some of these gubernatorial Democrats that are running in New Jersey and also in Virginia. So if he does well here, I think you're going to see some maybe folks looking and seeing like a roadmap potentially of how to get out of the wilderness and win.
Like a good pulse check, if you will.
Exactly.
And Fim, I also want to ask you about the Virginia Attorney General debate, which is happening as we speak. How close is that race? And is Jay Jones expected to address those controversial comments?
I'll be honest, I typically don't care that much about Attorney General races in these, but this one has become really, really interesting.
Yes.
And because of these texts, going back to 2022, when he joked with a Republican colleague of shooting the then state House Speaker and his family, those were leaked. It caused this fireball of an issue. It upended this race. He was comfortably in the lead. Now it's pretty close. It's definitely going to come up tonight. And the other issue is that it could affect that marquee gubernatorial race in the Commonwealth of Virginia between Abigail Spanberger and Winsome Earl Sears.
Yeah. Something that I know you'll be watching very closely, Gómez. Thank you very much. Very good to see you here in New York.